CaneSport TV, we're here at the Canes for Life Media Roundtable, where a group of former players are getting together to just talk Miami football and how it can be made better. And we're here with the great Jessie Armstead, who's come in from New York. He's an executive with the Giants. And Jessie, I remember when you were really the number one rated recruit in the country, and you had the vision to come to Miami and were part of some great teams and you know, obviously a historic program. And now you guys are coming together and you want to have a voice to help the university get it back. Talk a little bit about what brings you here tonight.
Well, first of all, bring me here because anytime about the University of Miami, I'm willing to help any kind of cause. We're not here to, first of all, make sure that we're not here to bash the university, the young men that are playing, or the coaching staff. But we need to find out what the university aspects are. Are they happy with a 7-5 season and get into a bowl game? Or they want to be that team that can be able to compete in the SEC and the national championship? And if the university decide that they just want to be a 7-5 team and be in a bowl game, then we got to stand. That's what side of the fence they're standing on. But I think this right here will give an opportunity to a lot of people have to come up from up under that rock and say which side you stand on. It's not a right or wrong side. If they came out today and say they want to sit on the other side, then we have to accept that, and the fans have to accept that and say we don't play for a bowl game. And just get in a bowl game and be happy. But I'm quite sure that the fans down here and around the country, it's been 20 years, and the University of Miami carry a heavy name. Still about championships. After 20 years without winning a championship, you say University of Miami and people listen.
Talk about what it's like for you guys. I mean, you're former players, you're out there in your communities, you work for the Giants, and everybody always wants to talk about the U and the games and what's going on and whatever. And what I hear from a lot of former players is the pain that they feel that the legacy that they felt that they created as players has not been maintained. And I think that's largely what brings all you guys together for an event like tonight.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. But it's a situation where it has to be asked by the university. Do the university want to maintain that? So we can sit here all we want to, but eventually everybody got to come from up under the rock and say what side you stand on. And no right or wrong side. So you decide you're stand on one side, we understand, and hey, let's focus on that and try to move on. If we don't stand on the other side, they go win some championships.
Yeah, it's like what do they want to be? And I think that they're in the process of making that statement. They just let go Blake James as athletic director, the first athletic director in the modern day history of Miami to get terminated. I mean, that was a real big move for the University of Miami to take that step, and now they're on a search looking for a new athletic director. We're going to see what happens in the near future with football coach and things like that. But they have a $25 million ballpark war chest that they have put together at the university to start attacking this problem and make sure that they get high qualified people in these jobs. And that's a great first step, Jessie.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They're not taking away from the universities. It's a hard job to be able to compete and do the things with the SEC teams. But we always been at university that were able to compete and be in a private school with great education and everything else and still be able to be at the high level for football. University of Miami did a great job with their backyard. They always won their backyard. And we letting other people come into the backyard and start eating more than we're eating. And that's a problem. And it's good to every so often you get a player come out of the state of Texas or California to come here and help the program. But your backyard is your backyard. You got to win your backyard.
You obviously watch this as you deal with so many athletes at the Giants, and you see so many of the great players that in the past might have played at Miami coming into the NFL from other schools. When you're asked tonight, give us a couple ideas of what you feel Miami can do to get back and to being relevant in college football. What are you going to say?
Well, I feel like, first of all, you get out into the little leagues, understanding the high school coaches, the junior high school coaches, because those are your kids. Those are your kids you will see in the next 2 or 3 years. So you should know those guys. You should understand everything about your backyard. And I think Miami did a great job of having 3-star recruits, 4-star recruits, and not so much the 5-star. I was the biggest recruit I think ever came to the University of Miami, but they won championships without a big recruit like me.
Yeah.
But they found a way in their own backyard. So you don't have to be all the 5A big recruits. As long as you win your backyard and go get you some here and there at other spots.
But it makes a difference, Jesse. To this day, I remember Jessie Armstead, the freshman football player, game 1. He was on the kickoff team. And I'm telling you, you ran down that field and covered that kickoff unlike anything I know I'd ever seen. I mean, it was like you were playing for the last play of the Super Bowl, and you were a freshman running down kickoffs. And being able to recruit those kind of players, Jesse, makes a difference. And whether they're local, Dade County, you have to be able to get out on the recruiting trail and lure the best players in the country. And that's something that Miami has really struggled at recently. All right, before we let you go, there's a lot of your former alumni players that are trying to get in the mix here for athletic director, possibly down the road football coach if it comes to that. Alonzo Highsmith's expressed interest in the AD job. Gino Toretta has expressed interest in the AD job. Twan Russell might be interested in throwing his name in the hat. How significant would it be for you guys to have one of you in that lead office in the athletic department?
Well, first of all, whoever get an opportunity, I just want them to have a fresh shot. But they cannot be in their office and they feel like their hands are tied. I don't know how Ed reads. Is his hands tired? One thing about Ed is probably the best safety, the best player person that you can ever ask for to be off in the system. So we need more things where he's able to do, So it'll be very interesting.
Yeah, being a figurehead chief of staff means nothing. If he's not there making a difference and an impact, there's not a lot of point to the whole thing.
No, absolutely, yeah. and that's the key part right there. You want to make sure that whoever gets brought into the fold, that they have access to be able to make decisions and put good people around them. And one thing about every guy you name, they're winners. And what makes you feel like you can go outside sometime and you can't stay inside because you feel that person not qualified? You feel like someone you don't know is qualified better? It's just a myth in your head sometimes. But you don't want to ever hand nobody anything. Make sure that whichever person get in front of you, they get an opportunity. If they're not qualified, you don't feel like they don't interview well with you, there's no harm, and we can live with that. But at least give them an opportunity to sit in front of you.
The great Jessie Armstead, everybody. Maybe one day we'll even see him back in the building at the U. But right now he's in this building, and a large group of former players getting together, and they're going to tell everybody how to get this right tonight, and we'll be here to cover it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.